Sentinels. We are bringing you the grand finals. This is going to be Sentinels taking on Inconceivable. This is the two dominant teams in Halo 5 right now, duking it out. We have a big one coming up. The game has already started. We got to jump right into the action.
We jump in with Boo Boo Doo just fighting over in that mid part of the map as he's going to take down one with the help of Bound. And is starting to look for another. Going to take that one as we are getting right into this first game on True CTF.
The thing about Falcated and Boo Boo Doo is that they had found a way to beat the top level players. They have found a way to get through Snakebite and Royal 2. Not many teams had been able to do that. Envious, Splice, you know, only a slight number of people could actually get past the dominance of this team. But Boo Boo Doo, he's one of those guys that has found his way. He was one of the first big contenders in 2016 when he was with that Denial roster with Hoop. That really showed that they, you know, that team, Snakebite, Royal 2, Lethal, and Frosty could actually bleed. And Boo Boo was a big part of that. So I'm loving that I'm seeing Boo Boo back here. We also saw Boo Boo Doo and Saiyan on, I believe the team, it was, I believe it was Envious when they 3-0'd Optic on the main stage for the first time. And that was a huge deal. It was like Saiyan, Pistola, Boo Boo Doo, and I can't remember who the fourth was, but it was just insane to see.
Is that like an Ayuk?
No, Hook had already left, I believe. He was gone at that point. But that was like the first MLG event. It was the MLG Orlando in 2018, I want to say. So, yeah, just Boo Boo has got their number. He's got the confidence. He just won that Reach event in Anaheim, the DreamHack Anaheim event. So his confidence level is at an all-time high. He is one of the last LAN champions, along with Spartan and Falcated. So it's like Boo Boo Doo and Falcated have got to that point where they feel like they can be at the top of the world, and currently they're struggling, but they definitely have that mindset.
Well, you know, who doesn't have a little bit of a struggle off the start when you're playing against the caliber players that they are playing against? And this is impressive from Frosty, right? He went back into the base, and while Bound was pulling out that flag, he got the counter pull, immediately pulled it out the P side, ran across the map. He's one of the fastest flag runners in the game. And I think that's what's so great about all these guys on Sentinels, is that they can just do it all, right? You can trust any of them to take over and slay, but they're hyper objective efficient when they need to be. They run flags extremely fast. They do a great job of keeping map control. It's almost as if you're playing against I was gonna say a final boss in a video game, but that already has, you know, it's roots in history.
They're pretty much the final boss of Halo 5. You have to get through them if you want to see a trophy. You've got to get through them, and they really are the final boss. If they could have that name, I'm sure they would take it. But they are just so dominant. 2-0 lead already and looking hot. They are bringing the heat today. Neptune and Frosty both picking up kills. Saiyan's just going to do his best to be a distraction here. Puts the flag down, goes for a slay. Not going to be able to clean it up and get the trade. Royal 2's there. Now Neptune going to make his way over to Carbine. He's going to get some good little sneaky steps on up to this player that's throwing those grenades. He does get the perfect in onto Boo Boo. Great job by him. Now he's going to make more of a push up onto the Carbine bubble. He doesn't need to totally commit himself to a base push just yet. He just wants to maintain his shields and be a huge distraction.
Yeah, he was a distraction for an extended period of time, and he caused two blue players to have to push over to that car side to take care of him. Bound doing his work over at P1, getting the kill on that and the damage for the second one, and is now pushing forward into this base. But this hasn't been the problem for them, right? Inconceivable has been able to push into the opposing base time and time again. It's just the problem is they get there, they don't seem to have the ability to slay out, get a flagpole, and get it further than 10 feet away from the base. So far, just great defense from Sentinels, and then they turn that great defense into an even better offense. We see hyper objective efficiencies. We see them start to flood out this P side, and look out, Snakebite has the camouflage. He's gonna work his way and find himself behind someone as he's blocking off the car door as the flag is coming in. He finds that kill, and that should buy enough time for this to be a quick 3-0 for Sentinels over Inconceivable.
This is kind of new. Boo-Boo's not going to be grabbing it. It looks like it might be going into the hands of, I believe, Bound, probably. Bound might be grabbing the sniper.
Bound's a great sniper. It's just, yeah, there's no real one player on that team that is like the sniper like you have on, you know, Sentinels, where it's like, yeah, Frosty's grabbing that sniper every single time, and then, you know, when Royal 2 is your backup insurance with the sniper rifle, I think you have one of the best sniping teams in Halo 5, because Frosty just takes down one. And he's going to lose that sniper fight, going to lose it to Bound as he's going to take him out. But that's, once again, they win their fights, but they're winning their fights in the back of the base. We see a line of blue players just stuck in the back of their base as players push forward. It's going to be up to Bound to find the picks and open up the lanes to allow this Inconceivable roster to push up. And Frosty hits the nasty quick scope to take down Inconceivable's sniper once again. And now Neptune has that sniper rifle. If I'm him, I'm just burning these bullets, to be honest. Or, you know, he's better than me, to be honest. I think he realizes they have control. I didn't. And there we go. We see 3 players go down, and they should have control of both sniper rifles now.
3 down. And now it's going to give Sentinels the perfect opportunity to start trapping them in their spawns. They know exactly where they're going to be. All over there on the other side of the flag. Good cutoff on that line of sight. Neptune's out of bullets, so now he's just going to fly. But he flies into the wrong corner because Bound is there and ready. But there's a very good lead coming out of Sentinels right now. Frosty getting some excellent shots in. He still decides to challenge. Good confidence coming out of him. Royal 2 going to land a headshot. Royal 2 considered one of the best snipers in the game. Some say the best sniper of all time. That I believe I heard it was Clutch say, if I had to bet on someone to save my life, my actual life, if there was a person with a gun to his head, he'd want Royal 2 to hit that shot to save his life. And that's a pretty big statement right there. Pretty big.
Yeah, Royal 2 just absolutely talented when it comes to any weapon. And it definitely feels as if he hits another level when he's dealing with a precision weapon such as the sniper rifle. That being said, man, it's so crazy to me how talented these guys are when it comes just to power weapons in general, because you have Frosty on that team, right, who just, you know, you have Royal 2 or you have Frosty with the sniper, and you have the potential of both of them having a sniper rifle on this map, because there are 2 sniper rifles that spawn every 3 minutes. It's just a scary thing to think about. And we see Royal 2, he looks absolutely robotic sometimes when he plays this game with his pistol. Just 180s, takes one player down, gets another 3 shots on the other, and immediately moves up to this ring 3 position. It's just landing easy cross map shots. He's making the shots look easy, but man, he is just drilling players off their spawn and buying important time for his teammates to move back into these middle positions and take control of the map. Unfortunately, I think they lost their own sniper rifle right there. I don't think of a reason why he should have gotten sniped in the back. There must have been a player that got behind enemy lines, stole the sniper rifle, and took down Frosty in that situation.
Well, we know Boo Boo is a very patient player. He could have very well have just hid there for an excessive amount of time for that sniper to be up, grabbed it, and then killed some players in front of him. And now he's still alive with it. So that was a huge game-changing play by him. He's going to get taken down, though. He is getting railed by, it looks like, Snakebite. And now it is a tough one. Falcated had the snipe. They had a double snipe setup, and they've tried to keep it. But, oh, my, Frosty! Just, I don't even know what happened. I don't think you can call that a ninja. He just warped through Falcated and ate him alive. That was insane. Frosty is on another level today.
You know, it's just, he's blessed, man. He's blessed with the sticks. He's blessed with the ISP connection. There's nothing this man can do wrong, as he got some funky looking kill. Once again, I mean, it is 38-18, and it's a testament to just how talented this team is, and they just are just head and shoulders above everyone else. It feels like, and when you think that they're not even playing with their actual roster, right? You have Neptune filling in for them. Not that Neptune's been doing bad by any means. It looks as if he's building up his stock for the next games to come. But they are just dominating this game. Saiyan has to try to bring his team back, and the sniper rifle is going to be a big reason as to why, if they do, because they just have to start doing something different. They have to start getting more power weapon control. They have to start controlling the midsection of the map and get these guys off spawn. These are promising couple of kills as we see this game starting to narrow up just a bit.
Saiyan's He's got the snipe. He's going to try to get something going here. Go back on with him. There we go. Saiyin's going to try to get a little aggressive. He knows where the enemy team is, but he's got one guy over in rocks. It's going to be a huge pest. So he's got to get to ring 3 there. He doesn't want to take any more damage than necessary. They're going to try to make a push here. A trade comes out from Snakebite. Good play by him. They just need to keep that up if they're going to take this game number 2. Good shot by Saiyan. Good little no-scope. Now he's going to try to live as much as he can. Not going to happen. Only 7 kills to go for this Sentinel squad. They are doing so well. This could easily be a 3-0 sweep the way that they're looking today.
Yeah, absolutely. Royal 2 is just patrolling the middle half of the map. And I think he's just been living in that ring area. You don't see him push up and away from it that often. He's just been turreting everything that comes to him as we hit that 45 to 34 mark. And it's just, I think it's too much of an order for Inconceivable to come back into this game. They just have to get themselves on a good little spree, feel good about their chances going into game 3, because I think it's safe to say this game 2 has gone into the favor of Sentinels.
I would love to know what the math is behind a reverse sweep on Sentinels. Like how many times that actually has happened. I think I can only think about maybe one time possibly maybe happening, but I don't even think it's happened once. Sentinels is just too much. Like once they're in the lead in a series, once they're at that point, they always clutch up. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. Frosty taking his time with the sniper, making sure that he does not lose it in this crucial point of the match. They just need to finish this one out, be up 2-0. This is the grand finals of the HCS Halo 5 Pro Series. So this is the watch party broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Today has been one heck of a ride, lots of action. Man, we are seeing one heck of a fight, though, come from Inconceivable. They are trying to make this happen.
And you know, they are trying, right, and they're having some success. But what it comes down to is just how patient Sentinels plays. They're not going to push and give themselves easy deaths, right? They're going to make every single kill as hard as possible, and that's why it's just this game has slowed completely down, and they do eventually find the win.
And
welcome back as we are in the grand finals of the HCS Pro Series. This is the watch party. We're moving on to game 3, match point for this Sentinel squad. They are up 2-0. I am joined by 90 Night as we are getting into this game 3 action
on Twitter and on Twitch.
You see Just Saying he has the camouflage and the position over at tower is making it to work. He is sitting there just laying down the damage possible, getting away, and he was planning on getting that railgun. Unfortunately, the teammate takes it away from him at the last second, so he's going to have to opt for a different position. Finds the back smack, and is now going to have to find a fight over in this engine. He cannot afford to die. His teammate now has to make a play over at that nest, as there's a player there trying to take them out. And I believe, yep, that nest is going to go in favor of Sentinels. That was a big one for Inconceivable to win. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do so. And Neptune is staying alive. In fact, he takes down Saiyan. Saiyan had to have seen him off the death cam, try to get him right away. But instead, Neptune takes him out as well. So far, great job by Neptune. He's really just been dominating so far in this finals and throughout the entire day. He's showing that he really can fit in like a glove when Lethal is not able to play, and he's just really rising his stock throughout this entire series.
You know, I'm really surprised that Saiyan didn't
see Frosty once again grabbing his railgun, trying to put it to work. He's putting down some damage on that player. One gets that kill and now can send this engine 2 with this railgun and just patrol and try to do as much damage as possible. Player over at engine 2 does get pushed on down. Frosty, once again, he's just so dangerous with this railgun or any power weapon on the map. In case if anyone is unfamiliar with his gameplay, he finds one and eventually finds the second 2, gets right in there.
All right, Frosty trying to make what he can happen there.
Red team scoring.
He's got that rail, man. Frosty, every time with that rail, is going to do some massive things. He's one of the most lethal players with that weapon. And you see, he's going to take down that guy and get it right back. He's going to double back and try to get this player down. He knows that his teammate was there for the push. You see how he didn't commit to the fight right away. Great work there. Frosty is going to make sure to get aggressive here onto these spawns. And he lands it. And he's able to stay alive. There's the kind of plays that you want to see. Oh my God, the timing could not be any more perfect.
No, I absolutely couldn't. I finally got you in my ears, 90. Something just happened. Couldn't hear you. I got it figured out. Now we are here and ready to go. And I just feel like, is there a player that's ever done it better with any power weapon? I feel like Frosty is the power weapon specialist, right? I feel like he just, he does everything so well, and he's just that player that you always want to have whatever advantage you can give him, because he just plays so fast, so well, and is always ready to put as much damage as down as possible.
Well, seeing how we watched his Halo 5 montage, and it was just brilliant. It was probably one of the best Halo montages I've ever seen. That just tells you right there. Yes, I do think he's one of the most effective. He really is an efficient killing machine with every power weapon. The thing about that montage was that it was all from main stage matches on land.
Yeah, only tournament clips.
Only tournament clips, and that is insane to say. So, yes, he really is just a god when it comes to holding down power weapon control. Players that I'd like to put into that list is probably the Ogres back in the day, Pistola, Snipe Down. We've seen them be so dominant with power weapons, but Frosty really just brings it to another level because he's so much more well-rounded than just that. He can do it all. And one of my favorite things that it goes unsaid about Frosty is not only all of his in-game abilities, but his out-of-game ability. The thing that he is so great at is keeping a cool head. And he really does have the ice. His name's Frosty for a reason. He even in the craziest of situations, he's always talking very calm and getting triple kills. He sees the camo player almost getting the overkill. Darn you, Snakebite.
Yeah, Snakebite just steals it away, and this man is on a mission. He hasn't missed a shot in what feels like forever as he takes down one player before he goes, gets another player weak in that PR base. But yeah, Frosty, I think by far has been performing the best out of everyone so far in this tournament.
He knew I was giving him the premium gas. He was like, oh shit, Nighty's giving it me, he's hyping me up, I gotta make something happen. And he just comes out with this huge swing of kills, and now they are on a triple cap. They are looking to end it right here, right now.
Yeah, because that was going back and forth. Inconceivable looked, I think I would have given them the edge, but then Frosty goes out, he makes the plays that he makes, and gets it back into his team's favor. And just going back to that montage real fast, man, like having that many tournament clips and then having a legend like Riley Hastings being able to edit for you, I mean, that was, once again, beautiful. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube, because that is probably the best montage I have seen. And then Frosty showing why he gets montages like that so far in this tournament, as he's just been playing kill after kill. And one player I've also just been extremely impressed with, I mean, Neptune has been just laying down the work for his team so far, and he's really showing that he can fill in for Lethal when he needs to.
Oh my god,
he's just been doing work, and him and Royal 2 just lasering down the players coming up from that catwalk. And look out, Neptune, aware of the split spawn, is immediately checking out this BR base. Even if he doesn't get the reset right, he's making it so these players just can't push forward for free. They're gonna have to take him out before they do anything about it. They're gonna maintain their control for now, but they did lose that railgun. Neptune did die with it, so we'll see if Inconceivable can grab that railgun and potentially use it to get themselves back into this game.
That was a big win from Bound there. Bound was down a shot, was able to live, and now he's able to take this stronghold, double capping with Falcated. And now it's going to help them to bring this one back. We've got a camo probably going around somewhere. Not going to know who's going to pick that one up. We're in spectator mode at the moment, so it's tough to tell. Got to flip through some players here.
It, right?
Yeah, I think somebody definitely has it around. We have the railgun.
Snakebite died with it.
Perfect. Thank you, Observer. Hats off to you.
Snakebite unfortunately went down, but that just means, hey, Camo went in their favor. They should have the time. I think Royal 1 should be there, you know, telling them, hey, it's at this time. So Good for them. Once again, this is tournament life on the line for Inconceivable. One match away from winning this entire thing is this Sentinel squad. And, you know, Inconceivable, they've had a great tournament, and they want to at least make this one competitive, take it to a Game 5, and see who can win in that last layer. But they have to start here and now and start getting themselves into a prime position to win. As Just Saying drops on down, finds that kill in the player in basement, finds another one. Unfortunately, there's still a player in the yellow corner. This is a big fight over at the basement. I believe it went into Sentinel's favor. That is just one you cannot lose there for Inconceivable.
Boo getting some clutch kills right now. He's going to have the railgun. Going to see what he can do. They have the number disadvantage. They can make something happen, get back up into the scoreboard, get this stronghold. He's got the scatter shot, 1 bullet left in it, and the railgun. That's going to be a great combo to have right now. Lines up the railgun, not going to be able to get it off in time. Frosty's got the double. He is looking for the trip. Not going to be able to line it up, but he does have the railgun, the gun he is, I'd say, the best in the world at. There is no one that is more fierce with this weapon, and he is going to dive into the stronghold and look for these players. He's got 3 in front of him. He lands a perfect grenade into 3 players, and that is going to be the game and tournament. Oh my God.
There was 2 railguns, man. I thought they were going to take each other out for a second or something. Maybe Frosty. I thought Frosty might have gotten like a triple kill with the railgun to end off the game, but no, once again, that was just Sentinels performing extremely well in that grand finals. They've done it probably 100 times now. I mean, that's how many times they've been in grand finals.
Man, those guys don't lose, man. They're looking great. They're just... Yeah, that's just... They're on another level. Who needs lethal anyways? They've got this young talent, good old Neptune. Neptune looking strong as ever, and they made it happen today. Today was just a breeze. They just went through this like butter, didn't have an issue at all, and they're looking stronger and stronger. Now that we have Frosty back, he's putting in the time and the effort, and it's going to be scary. But I got to give a big shout out to HCS for allowing us to do this and cover their tournament. I'm really happy to be able to put on this show with you and being able to put the show on with Louis V. Titan. Louis V. Titan's Productions is going to be trying to bring you as much action as possible in the Halo community right now. We don't have any official tournaments being broadcast, so right now it's the community's job to be bringing the show, bring the heat, and shout out to the On My X guys over there. They were doing the same thing. And all of the guys that have been streaming, all the players that are putting it on their shows. It's really bringing Halo to life right now. And thank you to you guys as well for tuning in.